Hey people, I'm here with Ellie Marie, otherwise known as Heather 1337 to some of you. There is a difference though, even though they're both blonde hair and women. What made you start doing cosplay?
Actually, a lot of my friends did it, and I was always too embarrassed to do it. And I was always scared because I was really shy. But I had one friend in particular who told me that she would do a group cosplay with me to kind of break the ice so I wouldn't have to be by myself, if that makes sense. Kind of moral support.
So you go as a group, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we both did Launch from Dragon Ball Z because she has two different faces. She has, when she's angry, she's blonde and like a badass with a gun. And when she's calm and like she sneezes and she like changes. I know it doesn't make a whole lot of sense when I say it. It sounds stupid, but when she's calm, she's got blue hair and she's nice. So there's an angry Launch and a nice Launch. So we both did Launch and walked around together.
It's kind of funny to me because I don't know half these damn characters. So whenever you guys are like, no, I'm trying to portray this in the picture. She's like an asteroid that came out of somebody's nose and she got skills as a fairy and now she flies around looking for ketchup packs. And I'm just like, the hell even drew you to this stuff?
It always sounds hilarious explaining it out loud, even though it doesn't seem weird when you actually like watch it or play the game.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody that gets addicted to anime or any of that stuff like that, they really get it, and everybody else.
Yeah.
It's like half the stuff that somebody sends me, and I'm like, oh, let me go look at this, and be like, she's naked through most of it.
Yeah.
And you guys are chicks, and you're watching naked cartoon girls.
Yeah.
It's like prison in here. When you get TV time, and you're like, woo, bonus. Now, how did you choose your eye color when you were born?
Well, I was, a baby, so while I was in the womb, I had this like little color wheel, and
You were able to do that.
yeah.
Nobody else has ever been able to do that. This is the first.
I thought blue looked nice, but I thought green looked nice, so I kind of did like a mix to be a rebel.
Where do you get your eye color from? Your mom or your dad?
Actually, both my parents have brown eyes and brown hair.
The hell?
I might be a dog.
No wonder you like.
I don't know.
No wonder you like pizza. Your dad's probably a pizza delivery guy.
Or the mailman.
What does being a cosplayer mean to you? Now these are questions I like to throw in there that are completely, I think, are stupid. But everybody that doesn't have a clue what to ask you and they're just wanting to talk to somebody cute, this is the kind of crap they're going to ask. So you go ahead and answer it here, and then we can say watch the video whenever they want to ask us.
What does cosplay mean to me?
Yeah, what do you get out of it? What's the fun part? What's the allure?
I think, like displaying the costume at the convention, like finally like unveiling it and getting to see all your friends and hang out with all your friends and see what they built and like having fun is my favorite part.
Just the friends and community and a bunch of other people equally dorkish?
Yes, because a lot of people that cosplay don't really feel like in play. They all feel out of place in like normal society or like other like aspects of society. So this is the place where they get to come and just like be total dorks, and it's totally okay.
When you see other girls' pages and stuff like that, and they get all these stupid ass picture comments and stuff like that, and everybody's being kind of trollish or being perverted and stuff like that, I mean, or do you just blow it off? Do you delete the comment? Do you?
Well, if it crossed the line,
Are you a dog lover?
Are
Are you allergic to dogs?
Animals don't normally like me for some reason, and I'm not sure why.
Can you see yourself in the mirror?
Yes.
So that's not the reason. It's not. You're not a vampire. Animals don't like you for what? Is it because you don't pet them by kicking them?
Really?
Because animals don't like that.
Are you sure? I thought that was a term of endearment.
I also tying firecrackers to the tails. They don't like that.
But that's my favorite part.
And when you bathe them, you don't hold their faces underwater.
Damn. Well, I've been doing it wrong my whole life then.
If you could be any animal, which one do you think would be the best cosplayer?
I think a bunny.
A bunny can sew and create warbler and stuff like that.
No, but a bunny can be all the bunny characters, and I think there's a lot more bunny characters. Like
That's probably a good
Lola
point.
Bunny and Bugs Bunny and.
That's a good point. What video games do you play?
Right now I play a lot of Hearthstone and League of Legends. I grew up playing World of Warcraft, but then it got too expensive and soul sucking, so I decided to migrate. But I like just kind of play a little bit of whatever catches my interest. Like right now I'm playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse a lot.
Are these all online games where you're constantly dealing with people, or is it like a game where you just start to finish it and you're like, all right, get me another game?
A little bit of both, but mostly online. I don't play a lot of RPGs.
So you just like the dealing with people and
Yeah.
while they're getting their little bots to cheat.
My socialization comes from.
So you're probably sitting there screaming at some little Vietnamese kid that's 8 years old playing the same game as you.
Uh-huh.
So graphic design and stuff, how long have you been doing that?
A long time. Since actually like high school, I used to make all of the banners and the posters for like the dance shows and whatever that was going around.
Yeah.
But then I got better, and then in college I graduated with a advertising degree, which isn't exactly graphic design but has a lot to do with it. So
Well, what made you want to get into it? You just like the color and you said, let me make a living doing that?
well, actually I was in a photo class, a photography class in high school, which my whole like high school was known for like the arts.
Yeah.
So photography was one of the main like tracks you could take. So I was in photography, and while we were in photography, our teacher made us, because all the computers came equipped with the whole Adobe suite, and she made us like make like posters with our pictures and stuff, like as part of it.
Yeah.
And then I thought it was all like intertwined at first because I was young, and then the more I did it, the more I realized, like in college when no one else knew how to use Photoshop, I was like, what do you mean? I thought everyone got taught how to use it, but then, I don't know, the more I used it, the more I was like, oh, you can make banners and you can make posters.
But they were
and you
teaching
can
you
do all
that stuff in high
this
school.
stuff. Mhm.
So that kind of sucks because most people would have to go to design school. In my case,
Yeah.
they weren't teaching stuff like that in school. Of course, we used to also have to write with pen. And,
Really?
yeah, we used to have to write with pen and pencils, and we would have to actually go to a place to read books. Whereas you guys just Wikipedia everything and think you're
Yeah.
freaking Gandalf.
Yep. Yeah.
How many walkers have you killed?
Right now, I think 9,003.
How many humans have you killed?
We don't talk about that.
What's your goal in cosplay?
My goal in cosplay is to probably make as many friends as I can, because I think most people do it because it's fun, and
You want to make as many friends as you can. So if you get to like 1 million friends that are like going, hey, let's all do something this weekend, you got to walk around like the Million Man March everywhere you go.
yeah, I lead the pack. No, it's mostly about like, I don't know, having fun, meeting people with similar interests, and then, you know, getting better. And
Where do you see yourself in 300 years?
I'll probably be taking over the world.
In 300 years.
Yeah. Just wait, you'll see.
In 300 years.
Mhm.
Do you get inspiration from movies for your cosplay? Or just,
Yeah,
Like what movies?
all the time. I was like, I saw Guardian of the Galaxy and I totally wanted to do Nebula
Yeah.
right away. But then I would need a bald cap and all kinds of like crazy makeup.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
It would be cool though. Some of that stuff, if you could get it perfect, it would be really awesome. But then trying to wear that to a con or something all day
Yeah.
would probably suck.
Yeah, it just depends on the movie.
When you watched the movie 300, did it give you ideas on how to fight with a sword?
Yes.
Which part?
Yes.
What does yes mean? You've seen the movie 300. You haven't seen the movie 300?
Was that on the list of all humans must watch?
You've done cosplay with swords and shit. You wouldn't think, watch sword movies. You seen Gladiator. What the f***? I thought we talked about that and you seen Gladiator.
I've seen Spartacus. Does that count?
What, the old one?
No, the Netflix show.
Oh, the Netflix show. Yeah, but when you were watching it, I said, stop watching that, watch Gladiator. And then, so you never watched Gladiator. Is it true you started a rumor that other cosplayers like having their faces licked at conventions?
You know, I was hoping no one would find out, but after someone started a rumor about me that I liked getting my butt touched, I figured I would kind of try and take revenge.
To you, who's some of the people that you mentioned like having their face licked at conventions?
Well, I know Dahlia Thomas really likes having her face licked at conventions, especially when she tells you not to. It just means yes.
Yeah, if she's smacking you, it's like her way of saying, I love that. She's in that 50 Shades of crap.
Yeah, she's 50 Shades of fucked up.
Yeah.
I know Heather Leet loves getting her face licked, as well as Jennifer Ann, Nerd Bunny, let's see, Mischievous M. Megan Coffey definitely loves getting her face licked.
I've heard that.
She actually likes getting her feet licked too, which I thought was weird.
Yes,
But
she'll actually walk around
that out.
barefooted giving people the hint of.
Yeah. She actually put her foot up to my face once, and I was like, whoa, what's happening? But
And she's like, lick it.
yeah.
Lick my feet. Lick it. Good.
I might have done it. I'm not going to.
Lick it.
We're not going to talk about it.
Yeah, it's weird because she'll say stuff real fast and she'll do it, lick it. And you're just thinking like maybe she's got the hiccups.
Yeah.
And she doesn't really have the hiccups. She just wants you to lick her feet. That's just
Yeah.
her way of doing it because she don't want to feel like a weirdo. She'll be like, I go to school for science and stuff and lick it. I was saying if there was a training video for people going to conventions on how to deal with cosplayers, and if you're going to approach them about a picture, what's the best way? From your experience, is there certain things you don't want a guy doing in a picture that makes you feel uncomfortable?
Yes.
Like,
Putting your hand anywhere that you shouldn't be putting it.
well, what's like over your shoulder is good. Like, hey, buddy.
Sometimes, because sometimes people put their hand over your shoulder.
And then down to your boobie.
Yeah.
Or under your shoulder and up to your boobie.
Under.
Have you actually had people where you could just go, okay, his finger is kind of touching my boob?
No, not yet. But I know it's happened to other people, and that's never okay. But I have had people put their arm around me, but like where, you know, there's like an acceptable like arm around, like in the torso region.
Yeah, so I mean, if a guy is doing that, do you just say, back off, homie? Or do you say, or you just go with it and just say it'll be over soon and this picture will be all over the internet forever?
Absolutely not. Definitely not the latter.
No, he's not on a ladder. You guys are the same height. If you guys were standing on equal ground and nobody's on a ladder and he did that.
Okay. In that case, if there's no ladders involved, by not saying anything, you're basically like telling him that it's okay. So you should never not say anything if someone makes you uncomfortable, because then they're just gonna go do it to someone else.
What's your favorite shows on there on TV?
My favorite TV show ever is Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Is that a cartoon?
Yeah.
What about real shows, like adult live action people shows?
Skins.
The is that?
Oh, the tables have turned, have they?
It's called Skins.
Yeah, it's British. And
All right, then.
It's amazing, and I love it.
You watch Walking Dead though?
Yes.
Well, hey, there's a show that people would know. You're naming all these.
Well, I watched half of Walking Dead.
What the?
Yeah.
What half?
The
Like-
first half.
like, what do you mean? What's the first
I
half?
didn't
First half
watch
of an
it
episode or the
backwards.
season?
No, I watched the first couple seasons, and then I just haven't finished it. I'm not done with it.
So you weren't like interested enough to go, I gotta see what happens next. You're just like, eh. I remember when the show. You remember the show 24? Did you ever watch the show 24 with Jack Bauer, Kiefer Sutherland? What other shows? Do you watch like the
Game of Thrones. I watched Game of Thrones.
now Game of Thrones? You've seen them all.
Yes.
Every-
I'm all up to date on Game of Thrones.
All up to date.
Yep.
Are you one of those people that read the books first and then
No.
you're just like, fuckers?
I never read the books. I'm like, I tried to read the books, but having already seen the shows, it just seemed repetitive.
A lot of times, if you see the movie first, then you read the book, you're like, oh, there's all these extra scenes in there. But you can already picture the people because you've seen the actors. But if you see read the book first, you went and go, oh, like Interview with the Vampire. Like, what? You've seen Interview with the Vampire. Legends of the Fall. You ever seen that with Brad Pitt? Seven. The movie Seven. Morgan Freeman, Brad Pitt. That's a awesome movie. Have you ever seen it?
No. No, I haven't.
How do they squeeze pizza in your little tiny closet you live in? Because I know it don't have television. How do you even know about pizza?
It's got a pizza door. I built one in.
Maybe they could put some
know.
DVDs in there, like Seven. You've seen Braveheart, though. I'm gonna Clockwork Orange your ass. I swear. I'm gonna have you've seen Clockwork Orange? So you don't even know the reference I'm talking about when I'm saying? No, with Clockwork Orange, there's a part where they're trying to make him good and they hold his eyes up when we're saying, and then they make him watch to make him good. But I'm just gonna do that. I'm like Braveheart 7. That's a big one. There's movies Braveheart, 5 times Last of the Mohicans. Do you like those kind of epic kind of things like that? Do you like the crime dramas more, comedies more, adventure, Pirates of the Caribbean?
I don't discriminate against genres. It's whatever is good.
Whatever's like on TV in front of you.
No.
I mean, obviously you've never gone to a video store and said, "I'm choosing to watch this." So it's what, just things that pop up.
It's mostly Netflix suggesting things to me
Netflix sucks.
that I watch.
Netflix sucks. I watched one thing out of curiosity and I was like, this sucks. And next thing you know, I've got 50 things just like it. It says, because you watched that, here's more suck.
Thank you, and I really appreciate all of your support. I talk to a lot of people via message all the time, and I love meeting you guys, and you're all fun. And people send me Valentine's Day cards, and that was amazing, and I still have them all. Just thanks, and I appreciate all of you, and you're all wonderful and magical people.